Hello fam, welcome back to another video here in the channel. So finally, I've posted one last week, I'm posting another one this week. Let's see how it goes. I really like posting the videos here on YouTube, show you my reviews and a lot of more stuff. I have a lot of more content to show you, by the way, not just sneaker reviews, so stay tuned for that. And subscribe if you haven't. That gives me a boost to keep working and keep creating content for you guys and showing you the best sneaker reviews, and that's really helpful, guys. So yeah, let's go to this next review. So yeah, guys, this is basically, I think you already know what shoe is this. I actually got this shoe quite early, so they dropped, I think, yesterday. So today is the 29th. This dropped on Black Friday, which was 28th. Anyway, I got this like a week ago in exclusive access on the sneakers app. Actually, me and my wife both had exclusive access to this sneaker right here, which I was pretty surprised. And what I'm even more surprised was that even with the exclusive access and the way Nike did this release right here, because there was two times you could buy this shoe. You could buy this shoe with exclusive access, like I think it was, I don't remember the day, a week prior to Black Friday, probably, right? So we had exclusive access, and not just that, a few days after we had a shock drop. So this was crazy. Anyway, I was really happy that I could cop this sneaker. I wanted to cop this sneaker for a long time now. If I actually like this version more than the 2021, okay, because I don't like, I really prefer the heel tab with Nike Air instead of the Jordan symbol. I think it definitely gives a way bigger difference to the shoe. That's just my opinion, guys. There's a lot of people that rather have the Jordan, and some people that they don't even care about it. I do, guys. Okay, I think it's a different touch that changes the sneaker completely. But anyway, let's go ahead with the review and let's keep talking about this shoe. So this is the box. Nothing crazy, just a full black box, which I really like. Okay, with the black Jumpman. Okay, you can see this is really cool. I kind of like the boss, and there's that splash to it. Sizing and stuff pretty standard, nothing crazy. Okay, nothing new on this. Okay, just a standard box, but a full black box. Okay, that means something. So let's take out the first shoe. Okay, taking out the first shoe, you will see, you already know what this one. Let me put the box on the floor. But these are the Air Jordan Black Cat Force. Okay, come on, this shoe is just a must have in your collection. If you don't, okay, let me try and put, the lighting is not the best, but I think you can see it's just an all black shoe. This is Nubuck. I don't think the quality of this Nubuck is great, but it's not bad at all. Okay, I think it's a pretty a shoe with a pretty nice quality overall. I do like the quality of this shoe. Okay, there have been a lot of guys doing videos on how they squeak, especially on this part right here. I will show you if they squeak or not on my own feet. We will get to that, so you can see exactly if they squeak or not. Anyway, okay, this is the shoe, the heel tab, okay, which is pretty nice. Flight, the Jumpman on the tongue, nice. The shoe on this side, the shoe on this side, okay. Just an all black shoe, nothing much to it, but I really like the combination of materials. So we have Nubuck right here, okay, which is pretty nice. You have some leather, okay, around here of the shoe, and you have this glossy black finish, which I don't know which this is. Is this rubber or not? I'm not sure, but I do like the contrast of the different blacks. Okay, let's pick the other shoe just for you guys to see both in hand. Okay, so this is actually how they look like. Okay, you can see they look pretty nice, guys. Really, I think the shoe overall, it's a really beautiful shoe. Okay, I don't think there's much to it. It was a shoe that a lot of us sneakerheads were dying, I don't like to say dying, but dying to get, because the 2020 version, it skyrocketed in price. And I think it was reselling of over 1k plus, which is crazy, really crazy. These ones, in terms of pricing, these are actually, they are not sitting, so they are sold out. At least in the EU they are sold out, they are completely sold out. But one thing is that I went on StockX, and I think they are reselling for a little to more $50 or something like that above retail. So these can skyrocket. I don't know if they will or not, but they can. So if you have the chance, I think, and if you like the shoe, you should cop this shoe like right now. Okay, this is my opinion, guys, because this may skyrocket. Remember, in 2020 this shoe actually was sitting, and then it completely skyrocketed, and this shoe actually came back to be one of the most wanted sneakers of all time, just because of this little detail. Okay, sneakerheads really wanted this shoe, and I know why, because this go with anything. Okay, anyway, let me show you the on feet, and let me know if they squeak or not. Let's see. And yeah, guys, now that you saw the on feet, you saw, yes, they do squeak a little bit. It's nothing that crazy, and I find it a little bit, uh, how can I say this? So there's a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people passing misinformation on this sneaker, okay? They are doing just videos saying, oh, they squeak a lot, this is a bad quality control, and so on. People that have the 2020 pair, okay, those as well, they do squeak, okay. I have one pair of shoes actually that they also squeak. A lot of Jordan 4 squeak, okay, because of the material on this little, I don't know what to call this, but where the lace goes. So the material on this this thing right here, which I don't know what it's called again, but the material on this, actually, it's the thing that makes them squeak. Okay, so this material right here, if you can see, okay, this actually it is what makes the Jordan 4 squeak. Why? Because usually on Jordan 4 you have two types of material. One like this, which is this shines, this is like more plastic, this is not really, this is not glossy. And then you have, for example, on your brick by bricks, okay, you have a rubber kind of material. That's why they don't squeak. Okay, so all the Jordan 4s that you have this shiny material, somewhat like plastic, they will squeak. So it's not something new. It's not something, that is completely, oh my god, the Jordan 4 Black Cat, they are trash because they squeak. No, every Jordan 4 that has this type of material squeak. Okay, if you didn't know, now you know. So if squeaking is the reason behind you are not copying this shoe, they don't even squeak that much while you walk. I don't think they even squeak. I haven't yet used them for a day, but I already walked, doing the on feet and so on, and I didn't hear almost anything. So, similar to the Amamani Air Force that I got last year, which was the while you were sleeping, they squeak a lot as well. So, it's not something new. If you like the shoe, go for it, okay? Don't wait for this shoe to skyrocket, because, this can skyrocket in value, and I don't think you want that. Okay, so in terms of sizing, guys, I went alpha size up. Okay, I don't this fit through the size. Okay, I usually do alpha size up on Jordan 4s, specifically because I'm a wide guy, I'm a wide feet guy, so I like to have a little extra room. Okay, on my shoes, I like to feel really comfortable. So the second thing that I want to mention about this shoe is that the quality, it's The quality is nice. I'm not a huge fan of this notebook. Okay, I think the brick by brick fours, they are, the quality is no is way better than on this one. It's suede. We have a combination of different materials which make that shoe way more special. This shoe, it's still special. I love this shoe. I'm really happy that I copied them. But in terms of materials, I think they could have done a little bit something a little bit better. Okay. Anyway, the quality is great anyway. Okay. In terms of the squeaking, I mean, because this is shiny and because you have all of this black contrast, I think it makes sense for this to be shiny and on this material. So the squeaking is not a big deal for me. It's not something that uh, it doesn't bother me. So for me, that's fine. Okay. Typical Jordan 4, if you have white feet, go alpha size up. In my opinion, I think you will find it more comfortable. In terms of, comfort, standard Jordan 4, okay, same material as usual on the inside, so nothing different. The heel tab can hurt you a little bit, so use socks, kinda, mid-size socks, to prevent this for hurting your feet. Of course, it's a great shoe for the winter. You can basically wear this shoe with anything. That's the beauty of this shoe. You can wear this shoe with anything. Preferably, don't use this shoe when it's raining because of the materials. It can stain your pants. So I would recommend you to not use this shoe when it's raining and instead use a different type of shoe. Okay, similar to the brick by bricks, they can stain your pants as well, especially in the rain. So for me, if I had to rate this shoe, guys, for me this is an 8 out of 10. Why I don't give it a 10? Again, it's not that special. It's still special because we waited 5 years to get a retro of the Black Cat. So for me, it's special. It definitely deserves an 8. But I think they could have done uh, box. The box could have been a little bit better, even though it's full black. It has that splash. Okay, that's fine. I think they should have, added an extra pair of laces, for example, white. A lot of you guys, they do like the contrasted black and white, okay? And I do think that in terms of materials, this new book is the biggest thing that I don't really like, I wish it could be suede. From my view, it would be way better, okay? But overall, it's a great shoe, so it's an 8 for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like this version more than the 2020? They are basically the same. This is just the unique change that they did. But anyway, they did this change because of a lot of folks have been asking the Nike Air heel tab on the Black Cats. So, what do you think about this shoe, guys? Do you like this shoe? Do you don't like? Did you cop this shoe? What did you did? Let me know what you rate in the comments as well, and see you in the next one.